Dan Patrick Show, continuing with Harold Reynolds on loan from the Major League Baseball Network. First concert you ever went to was what?
I think Temptations when I was a little kid. But the one I really remember the most was the Earth, Wind, and Fire concert in high school.
I saw them mid-'70s, I think. I saw the Commodores and
Yeah.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
That's cool.
Oh, it was awesome. I saw Sly and the Family Stone.
Oh, yeah.
That was crazy.
Oh, I bet.
Now, I was going to go see Parliament, but I didn't know if I would like that. You probably can't picture me going to watch Parliament.
I'm laughing because I can't see that. You and the Funkadelic Parliament.
Give me George Clinton.
Yeah.
Atomic Dog. Oh, Fritzy, you don't know that song?
I don't think that's one's in my wheelhouse.
I figured if you knew it, you would have jumped in.
Of course.
To say something.
Was that the opera Atomic Dog? Or was that the funk Atomic Dog? Okay, I wasn't sure.
What is the other big storyline in baseball that we're not aware of, not getting as much attention? Is there anything out there?
The one story I'm going to talk a little bit about today are guys that are really getting a chance to play. There's a lot of young players coming, but the development, we panic on guys. Look at Dominic Brown. 2 years ago, run him out of Philly, get rid of this kid. He's carrying that club right now. And, you look at Alex Gordon in Kansas City, how he turned it around. A couple other guys I've been kind of looking at. Brandon Belt in San Francisco. He's getting a chance to play. So baseball is a game where you got to have patience and allow these guys to develop a little bit. So that's the story I think people are missing.
Did you care if a pitcher cheated when you were playing? Yeah?
Yeah, I cared.
Okay.
No, when I was playing on their team, I had guys cheat all the time. I played behind Gaylord.
How do they cheat?
Numerous ways. In Seattle, when I played on the Kingdom, on AstroTurf, a ball, you get a short hop, and all of a sudden it's scuffed.
Yeah.
Pitcher's like, give me that ball right now.
Yeah.
So that was one. A lot of guys, with the different liquids or licking their fingers, different things like that.
Well, I heard roof of your mouth for Vaseline.
Mm-hmm.
Roof of your bill for Vaseline.
Right.
A catcher can help you a little bit. The third baseman can help you a little bit.
Yep. And Vaseline on your zipper. No umpire is checking your zipper, right? I mean, it comes out and it says, all right, let's check the ball and check your person. They're not checking your zipper. And so guys put a lot of Vaseline on the zipper.
I'd like to see that inspection, though.
Yeah.
If they're going out there.
Yeah.
Is Clay Buchholz cheating?
I thought he was. When I watched the video, went back through everything, most of our pitchers at the network will argue with me. Obviously, everybody says, hey, you can use rosin, but his arm was shining, and he has not touched that left arm since that game. Now, he's got great stuff. He's going to win games, no doubt about it, but I think he was.
Well, it is a foreign substance.
Right. And a foreign substance is wrong. You can't put on a ball. That's cheating.
This whole instant replay thing, and I said this a couple of years ago. I forewarned everybody, you can't, they don't take things away. They always add to it. So replay, it's a little bit here, you're going to add to it. But even with replay, as Peter Gammon said to us a couple of weeks ago, he thought that the umpires looked at the replay and said, we're not going to overrule it because we don't like replay telling us what to do. That's a strong statement, and I asked Joe Torre about that, and he said, well, I haven't talked to Peter, but a little disappointed with that. But how do you miss that call on replay unless you're trying to intentionally?
Well, we looked at it so many different ways, and it's inexcusable. You can't really defend why they missed it or how they missed it. The only thing I could think of is that they were in a hurry to come up with a decision, but they see everything that we see. So I don't know how they missed it. I really don't. I'm not buying into the conspiracy theory that Peter was talking about.
Yeah.
I don't think they want to sabotage it. Actually, I think we're in a different time now because umpires never admitted they were wrong. Now I see guys admit they were wrong and admit they missed things. Even when you were playing, you turn around and be like, where's that pitch at? And next time you come around, they're never going to tell you, hey, I missed that, sorry. No, now they'll actually tell you that. So I don't buy the conspiracy theory of not wanting replay. I think really, you look at Jim Joyce, had he had replay, he wouldn't be the guy that you're sitting there talking about forever nowadays.
Yeah.
So
ruined the perfect game.
Yeah.
How do you get away with questioning balls and strikes at the plate without getting tossed? So if I'm the umpire and I say, But you don't like it.
No, and you turn around, you put your head down, and you go, you got to be kidding me. Where's that pitch? And he'll say, that got the corner. No way. As long as I keep my head down and I don't turn around and look at him and bring attention that 50,000 people know I'm arguing with him, then I got a chance to talk about it. Durwood Merrill is one of my favorites, though, because this is when it gets real colorful and you get the personalities and relationships. And Durwood, one time, you turn around and you say, Durwood, where's that pitch at? And he says, Hall of Fame. And you say, Hall of Fame, he'll be in the hall, you keep calling that. That was his way of saying, this guy's a great pitcher.
As long as you don't show them up, then you got a chance.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But do umpires then change their mind with things like a pitch will be when next time you come up, maybe there's a borderline pitch? Does it actually, hey, I took one away from you, I'll give you one back? Does that happen in baseball?
I don't think that happens as much. I mean, now it's so different than even 15 years ago when I played because you have cameras everywhere. I think they've taken away the relationships. I mean, I could stand at second base and the umpire would be going, you see that guy? I'm going to get him. I'm behind the plate in 3 days. He won't get that pitch when I'm back there. And I'll be like, wow.
But why are they like this?
It's a relationship because you know what? You had guys that when there was American League, National League, you saw umpires 3 or 4 times in a month.
But, Harold, we don't have that in the NFL.
Well, I look at it as a rite of passage almost, where I had a pitch called, and I'll never forget it to this day. It was a strike and became a ball, and the catcher was screaming at the ump, and the ump said, Harold, he's an all-star. And I'm like, great. I used to watch all these guys, and I think, you learn, here's the rite of passage part of it. I knew who was a high ball umpire. I knew who was a low ball umpire. And you, rookie, better figure it out. I'm not swinging at that pitch because I know he's not going to call it. So that was part of learning, Dan, you're going to have a taller strike zone, because you're taller than I am. So it's going to be different. But that was part of learning the game and who's going to communicate, who's not. I think that's all lost now because we have cameras and we have strike zones and everything else that criticize the umpires a little bit more.
Best strike call. Called third is who? And you got to imitate.
Ken Kaiser was always gave me one of the with the over the shoulder, Yeah, he had a good call.
I like the bow and arrow when you rip the paper. Ha ha!
You like that?
Yeah.
Well, you always had the good calls anyway.
Throw the confetti. Yeah, I like that.
What was your catchphrase?
No, we don't need to go down there.
Yeah, no.
The whiff.
The whiff. I love that one.
The whiff.
Will we have a 300-game winner again?
Don't think so. It's going to be very no, I don't think we will.
The
game has changed so much.
Will we have another 600 home run player?
Maybe. I would see that before 300. But it would have to be somebody now. That Harper, Trout, those guys, if they want to play that long. The difference is financially. They're going to be paid so much money. You're looking at Bryce Harper and Mike Trout in 4 or 5 years. We're talking they're going to be $200 million players. So, and they're going to be 25, 26 years old on that deal. When they're done with it, they'll be 31, 32. Do you want to play till you're 40? That's the difference. I don't think so.
And also, you have this. Guys don't mind striking out. Remember, it was
such
embarrassing
a
if you
shame.
struck out anywhere near 100 times. Now you got, Dunn's going for 220.
I've never heard of this philosophy or this mindset of an outs and out. And if you strike out, you strike out. I'm sorry, but it's like playing tennis. The more you serve the ball over the net, you got a chance that person missing it. And it's just like the same thing in baseball. You hit the ball, you may create something, but the teaching is horrible. I've never heard – you've heard of an out pitch. It's called an out pitch for a reason. I want to stay away from his out pitch. But we got people saying, get deep in the count, and now you're doing what? You're chasing his out pitch, and you're out. I don't get it.
Well, this isn't Moneyball, right?
No. Oh, yeah. A lot of that philosophy is.
It's Moneyball because they're making a lot of money by hitting home runs.
Yeah.
And we're on an all-time record pace for strikeouts that would break last year's all-time record.
Yeah, it's it's sad because as a fan, you want to see the ball put in play. I think we're losing the fan base because the ball's not being put in play. We got to get the ball back in play. He's
Harold Reynolds, and he brought gifts. He brought one of his Gold Gloves. He's got two more.
I got 2 more. And then a kid named Robbie Alomar showed up, and that was it. It was fun. I had a good run.
He did win a few of them, didn't he?
Yeah, like 12.
You can watch Harold and Brian Kenny co-host Major League Baseball Now. That's at 4 Eastern. MLB Network Showcase tonight. It'll be the Yankees and Baltimore. HR, great to see you again, buddy.
Thanks, DP. Always a pleasure.
More phone calls. We'll bring
Don't
back.
play that with softball, please. Take that glove.
Wouldn't that be cool?
He'd be doing that, wouldn't he? He'd take it out there.
And I'll just go out and play catch. Now, my kids do that stuff. I have memorabilia at home. Arnold Palmer autographed putter. And all of a sudden, my son's playing with it. I go play golf with him. He pulls out. I said, dude, where'd you get that? He goes, in your office. I have a Sampras autograph racket from Wimbledon. I got my daughter out there banging balls against the wall, and I go, what are you doing?
There goes that Joe Montana football in the air.
Well,
right?
we do have the Joe Montana football, but the autograph. No, but that was Paulie. He got Joe Montana to autograph it, and all of a sudden we're playing with it in the man cave. All right, buddy. Give
Thanks for
everybody
having me on.
Tell everybody at the
Appreciate
MLB
it.
Network we said hello.
All right.
Coming up
Thank
on
you.
12 before the hour. This is the Dan Patrick Show.